Slightly uphill. This for a 3. And he's just on it. You think he enjoyed that one?
Backyard putting green, under $500. Bucky style. Whoa. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Nice flipping choice.
What's going on, everybody? It's Garrett from Nice Flipping Choice channel, your favorite first-time DIYer for everything you're thinking of under the sun. I have a bunch of crazy ideas that I'm trying to put together right now on this glamping site. So I have a lot of land that I can, try some things out on. And one thing I've always wanted to try out is my own putting green. Am I good at golf? No. Do I know how to make a putting green? I've watched about 10 YouTube videos about 17 times, so
We're gonna find out.
today, how I am doing it though specifically, I'm gonna do about 4 around the property. So this is my very first one. We're gonna see how this goes. I might call in more people for help next time, might do things a little differently. This one's gonna be smaller, and I also wanted to do everything that Home Depot recommended. This, you can buy every single thing at Home Depot or rent it, which is what I did with it. I wanted it to be a little more budget friendly, so there are a few things that I do know that I will explain throughout the video that I chose not to do because I'm gonna do them on the next one and have them compare so that way I can make videos. Y'all can learn from my mistakes, see which one works better, which doesn't, and yeah, we can go from there. So like, comment, subscribe because of all the things, all the Home Depots I had to go to find all this stuff in one day. And yeah, let's get it started.
Safety first. So as you can see, I got a line trimmer right here. I'm just really trimming down the grass as much as I can. I chose this area because honestly, I got a ton of land and I'm gonna do a lot of these putting greens. I'm planning on doing maybe 3 or 4. This is one I wanted to do, and it'd be all Home Depot based, very budget friendly. You get my little Michael Jackson on my glove. Yeah. So, I got the line trimmer and got all the grass down. I picked this area because I knew it, there wouldn't be much traffic over there. I wanted to kind of be off the beaten path for my first one so I could mess up a few times and tell y'all exactly where I messed up because I had a few mess ups. Obviously, this soil was pretty shitty. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it was clay. It was obviously not many plants growing over there, so that's one reason I chose it, so I could make this area just a little nicer in the backside of it. But I started getting it down and put a little elbow grease into it. Know what I'm saying? And once I got it going, I started using my little, I don't know what you call that. It's not a chisel. It's a big chisel looking thing, but started getting that going, and I started raking up some, shoveling some, got it down to about 4 inches, as you can see. Size doesn't matter in this case. Well, it does a little bit. That's what she said. Got it level as much as I could. Started, picking away. Oh, I go, oh, to work I go. Hey, I just made it up on the spot. Good little freestyle. So kept trying to get a little more level, kept, chiseling away best I could, get the pit going as much as I can. It was pretty tough, but nothing too insane. I think it took me about 3 hours to do this little area. Started spraying some long-term weed killer. Home Depot recommended this. This took a little longer than I probably wanted. Probably should have got the type that I could just pour all over it. This was their recommendation though, so here I am with it. Was having a little trouble with my knife there, but I got it. Got some landscaping fabric down. Let's go. Started putting in some landscaping nails, but these were not going in very far, so I only got a few of them in, I'm not gonna lie. These are the level 1 paver sacks from Home Depot. I know what I should have went with. I should have went with the crushed limestone and the decomposed granite for the second layer. This is what they recommended. Well, I'm not gonna lie, Home Depot actually recommended concrete, but that was way more expensive than I was gonna do for this little budget first one because I'm actually gonna get some much bigger ones. So concrete probably was their best recommendation. Obviously, it's kind of sandy. I don't really know. I'm sure we can get probably roasted in the comments for doing this, but I wanted to trust Home Depot, and here I am. Anyway, so I raked it out, got it going a little bit.
Day 2, my own little putting green area. Gonna turn it into something pretty cool. First day was pretty hard. My back's not too sore, luckily, so after a little bit of digging, I'm still able to work today. And yeah, we're gonna do some compacting, get these tools back to Home Depot before they charge me again. and then keep going.
So, I zoom with this little compactor. It was actually my second time using one of these. I had a little trouble at first, and then I got it going. This actually worked pretty well. I had to do a few little things with it. It was, it was a little more difficult than I was remembering, but I got it down. This was just the first layer. I put a couple inches down. Then I went over a manual tamp with it, rented these from Home Depot. The automatic compactor was about $94, and the manual was about $10 for the day. Got them leveled out a little bit. With this I used about 3 to 4 inches of this level 1 paver. Then I started pouring out a little more. Then I tamped it down a little more manually. I felt like this was just working better, honestly, and I probably didn't even really need the compactor for this small of a job, and because of me not actually getting the crushed limestone like the genius that I am. That little lawn roller was very, very clutch, especially when I was using the level 2 paver sand that came with it. That, put water in it and it uses the pressure of that. It doesn't actually compact it down as much as the actual compactor. I think that was about $23 for the day to rent. That was definitely very, very clutch. I almost didn't get that. Then finally, after I got everything compacted, smoothed out a little bit, I started digging my holes with my cups. I have a little hole digger that I use. I try to make sure it was as level as possible. I had already returned the tamp at this point, which was not my smartest move. So I kind of tamped it down with my hand, and I had a couple other little tools that got it that way. So I could have definitely done this better. This is one of the mistakes I made, is probably buy a manual tamp. I don't do projects like this though, but I made sure it was level all the way around as best I could, and then I would shift around some sand if I needed to. That's just kind of how I was working with it. I was doing the best I could, and I definitely made a mistake there by not keeping the manual tamp, because it really would have helped in that situation. Another mistake that I made is I got this turf from Home Depot. They helped cut it. Is I let this lay rolled up like this overnight. That was so moronic. Absolutely dumb idea. If you get any turf or anything like that delivered, make sure it's properly rolled, and if not, get it unraveled as quick as possible. These little wrinkles gave me some real headaches when I was stretching this fabric out. I got it okay, but the wrinkles definitely brought this work down a good little level, and I will remember this the next time that I put in any turf. I will remember you. I got the turf down still, cut all the sides off with my utility knife. Now I started putting in some finishing nails. So I read on one YouTube channel that had a video about this. They were using landscaping nails that everybody kind of uses, and somebody under the comments that says they do turf and landscaping like this all the time says, you need to use finishing nails. And so I used them. They weren't too bad. I'm not too mad at how it worked out. I made a few mistakes on this, but I thought that was a pretty good idea. So now I started to put a border around, started leveling out these rocks, and I got these all from Home Depot. They were about 48 cents a paver. So now that I got the whole thing down as much as I could, the next day I went back and I spread it out as much as I could. And I made sure to stretch out as much as I could, added more finishing nails throughout to really try to knock down some of these wrinkles, put some different bags of sand too to weigh down on these. I got it a little better. There's still a couple things I'm not too happy about with this, but I'll definitely make improvements on the next one. But I did have this is kind of more like a kiddie size Airbnb putt one I'm thinking of. I'm gonna have another one that's a little better quality. Then I'm gonna get a real professional company to do an actual one for the land. I have about 12 acres, so this will be a really cool amenity for my guests. My theme is gonna be a pretty famous gas station in Texas known as Buc-ee's. I'm trying to have different themes and viral moments with each little thing I add. So I'm gonna do a Buc-ee's themed one. As you can see, hopefully by this picture, I'm recording this before I've added all my accoutrement. So hopefully it is pretty decked out, because the thing in my head, my vision, my cranium looks pretty nice. So with that being said, this is the first one. Please critique me in the bottom. Tell me how wrong I was with anything. Tell me how right I am with anything. Tell me, anything that you want to know, anything you want to tell me. Tell me what you want. Hey. But I really do appreciate you listening all the way through and sticking with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And let me know what you want to see next. Until then, peace.
Yeah.